There are many people today who would be happy to set up permanent camp at the foot of Har Sinai. Just think, we had received all the mitzvot, the Mishkan was built, the sacrifices were being offered on a regular basis, the camp and its boundaries had been delineated and protected. We had all that we needed. Everything was perfect. Why, oh why, did God have to come along and ruin everything? We had spent half the book of Shemot and the entire book of Vayikra setting it all up. And then what does God do? God tells us that we're going to have to take it all down and march forward, that we have to break down the Mishkan, disrupt the stable order, and change everything. Who needs this? Who wants this? Well, for one, God does. Al pi Hashem yachanu, v'al pi Hashem yisa'u. The same God who tells you to stay put is the God who tells you you must move forward. The same God who gave you all the Torah and the mitzvot, the Kedusha, the Korbanot, the Kohanim and the Mishkan, is the God who tells you that if you stay put, then these will have no meaning. You will be worshiping God in a vacuum. Yes, you will be worshiping God at the foot of Har Sinai, but the Torah was not given to remain at Har Sinai. The Torah was given to be brought forward. The Torah was given to enter into the land. I recently saw a biography of the Lubavitcher Rabbi. Its title, Turning Religion Outwards. I saw that title and I said, yes, exactly. This is exactly what Chabad has done. And that is exactly what we, yes, we, the modern Orthodox community, have so often failed to do. It is true we are not cloistered. We do not reject the modern world. But what is the nature of our engagement? It is normally called one of Torah Umada. Torah Umada goes something like this. It's a good thing for me to learn secular studies, for me to go to the opera. In other words, what can I take? What can I take from the larger world? This so often fosters and reflects a self-serving, self-oriented ethos. It is about religious growth only to better oneself. It is about building religious institutions only to serve the needs of one's own community. Yes, we must invest in our growth. We must, as the Torah tells us, we spent many months and a third of the Torah encamped at the foot of Har Sinai. But we cannot let this become an ends in itself. If our Torah has no meaning to anyone but ourselves, then we have failed. If our Torah cannot be brought from the foot of Har Sinai to the larger world, then we have failed. We tend to think that the biggest concern during the time of the wilderness was that the people would say, let us make a leader and return to Egypt. But it was not that. No, the biggest fear was that the people would say, let us stay put. Let us remain here at Mount Sinai. If when people are moving, they want to retreat to a place of security, how much more will the people who are living in such security and stability do everything to preserve it? When we have invested all our efforts, all our time and our energy in making everything the way it is, and in keeping it the way it is, will we be able to move forward when God commands us to do so? Moving forward is hard. It takes leaving one's comfort zone, allowing for the possibility of change. It takes embracing creative disruption rather than running away from it. To move forward requires knowing Al pi Hashem yisu. It is God's command that tells us to move forward. It takes knowing that God's Torah is meant to be brought forth. Vayihi bin soa ha'aron vayomer Moshe. And then when it travels forth, it can truly change the world. We must be on guard, however, not to embrace change for its own sake. We must know when we must remain encamped, fortify our position, strengthen our inner reserves, so that we will be able to move forward when the time comes. Al pi Hashem yisu must be preceded by Al pi Hashem yachanu. If we do this with care, then even when the Mishkan has been dismantled, it will retain its integrity. it will still be the Mishkan, in transit, being transported so that it may be rebuilt and transplanted in a new location, so that it may spread its Kedusha throughout the world. All of you are here tonight because you believe that our future rabbinic leaders need to fully immerse themselves in Torah and mitzvot at the foot of Mount Sinai. You believe that they must not learn not only Torah and Halacha, not only Tanakh and Hashkafa, but, like the detailed laws for the Kohanim, the full wealth of skills that are needed to properly serve Klal Yisrael. And they know that when the time comes, just as God has told them to encamp, God will tell them to travel forth. God will tell them to bring their Torah into the larger community and to lead our community to build and grow its Torah and its institutions, and to lead our community to bring and spread its Torah into the larger world. They will lead us to sustain our religion inwards so that we may succeed in turning our religion outwards. Al pi Hashem yachanu, ve'al pi Hashem yisa'u. Thank you.